Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened one. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, we'll take few minutes to be very clear with ourselves to understand how this practice will help for us to develop inner awareness. And when you have the inner awareness, what are the benefits that you can gain? And out of that benefits, how you can develop your conventional life, and also how it will help you to gain the liberation. So when it comes to our life, this is a journey that we keep going. So in this journey, if you don't have the enough wisdom, what will happen? You will carry a lot of unnecessary things with you. So in very conventional life, you have to have the enough wisdom to drop things when it is necessary. And you have to have enough wisdom to take certain things with you, whatever valuable for you. In this material life, it is very important. So otherwise, that if you just keep collecting without releasing, without letting go, you get into unnecessary difficulties. So in every day you have to remember, because every day we gain a lot of material things to us. So then every day you have to understand what is valuable and what is not valuable, what is important and what is not important. Because when you get that understanding every day, you are capable to release and let go things. Otherwise, you will have unnecessary things around you. So that's why I say the wise people have the eyes on their head, the ignorance people have the bull on their back. So we carry a lot of things. We can't get rid of that. We can't get out of that things. So that is one wisdom that we have to develop. Another thing is when it comes to our day-to-day life, like, in Sri Lanka, sometimes people have this jackfruit. This jackfruits, when they cut it and the knife gets stuck because it's very sticky. very raw jackfruits. It's very sticky. And if you touch it, and your hands also get sticky. And what they do, before they cut, they put coconut oil. They apply the coconut oil on the knife and to their hands. And then the knife not going to stuck. And your hands also not going to stuck with that sticky things. So your awareness the same, your mind the same. So applying awareness to you before you attend to something, it's kind of like you applying the coconut oil on your hands or the knife before you cut the jackfruits. And with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, always there are a lot of perception keep coming, keep coming. So you can't stay away from that things because that is itself the life. But the thing is, whatever informations come, if you stuck with that things, what will happen? So then the very first level, maybe before we experience, sometimes we can't get out of things. We don't know what it is. So then once you have the awareness, it's a moment by moment awareness. You no need to afraid to the life. You no need to afraid to the information. You no need to afraid to the perception, because you are protected by your own awareness or your own recognition. And that is why this practicing, sharpening yourself is very necessary. And when it comes to this path, there is a word called vimukti. So the vimukti means the liberation, transformation, salvation, deliverance. And this wisdom or the vimukti or the liberation doesn't happen itself. So when it comes to the vimukti, there are two ways. Liberation, two ways. Salvation, two ways. Deliverance, two ways. One is from your mind. And one is that, like as example, 5 hindrance. It's completely mental. And other one is the wisdom. So using the wisdom, moment by moment, you can attain to the liberation. And at the same time, purifying your mind, from your mind, you can attain to the liberation. So the two ways. So, but the both help each other. When you purify thoughts, and when you gain the liberation from your mind, that will help to develop the wisdom. And when you develop the wisdom, that will help to purify the mind. So this both ways. So the vimukti means the liberation from what? It is not from the world. You are the world. So it's not liberating from your kind of like the name or the form or kind of like that things. So liberation from toxic nature, unprofitable nature, So that is what make us more kind of like a cloudy, dark, unclear. So when you have the unclarity, when you are not clear within yourself, what will happen? Out of your bodily, verbally, mentally actions, that whatever you do is not going to become complete. So that incomplete action itself become unprofitable actions. So that's why when you practice and when you gain the liberation, when you gain the clarity little by little, little by little, you are capable to get out of this toxic nature. And when you develop this path, so the awareness is the key. You have to have the awareness. When you develop the awareness, what will happen? One thing is that you are capable to slowly have the viraga. So when you have the raga, when you have the desire, when you have the passion, when you have the lust, when you have the attachment, so what that means? Your awareness not there. So once you develop the awareness, what will happen? You are capable to see, recognize things as it is. And you are capable to recognize how things come to be as they are. So when in that recognition, what happens? There's no attachment. That is the power of the awareness. When the awareness becomes sharp and clear, when you have the clarity with your own inner experience, you are not going to attach to that. You are itself, that your awareness will experience it, but you are free from that. That itself you are liberating from the moment of action, moment of experience. So it's a moment by moment process, and once you develop it with the mind, to develop that you have to have the tranquility mind, because once the mind tranquilized, it's not going to get disturbed out of the five hindrance. When the mind is not influenced by five hindrance, your experience going to become clear. So that clarity will show the very nature of the experience. And that understanding itself liberate you from the moment of experience. So that is a wisdom. You are experiencing something without holding, without grasping, without clinging, without claiming as it is yours. And in that very moment, even though you are experienced, that experience itself liberate you, transform you from the experience. And that is what happened in the mind. Another thing is, once you are capable to see things very clearly, you are capable to understand the impermanence. So once you know, it's become the wisdom. So as example, that when you think about something, if you know it is impermanent, so then what will happen? You have no desire, the mind have no desire to hold it. And you know the change. And if you know that below it, it's selflessness. So that is a part of the wisdom. So that will help you to deeply you liberate from your thoughts, and at the same time you are slowly understand the outside nature, and you will not have any desire to go towards that. But still the experience happen. And another thing is, another part of the vimukti or the liberation is, so get out of the cankers. So the cankers is the another meaning, is like it called the trance. Unpleasant growth happening in you. That is what the cankers. It happened as a result of your previous habitual patterns, sanskara, or the mental formations, or the habitual patterns. Unpleasant growth in your, there are two ways, the three things. The one is the viraga. So the viraga means once you are capable to see the change, this lust start to detach from it. So it is not you doing. So it happens as a result of that when you experience the dharma or the nature. So the detachment happens. Viraga, dispassion. And other one is kind of like that you have the deeper desire regarding the existence, to be a human, be a kind of like a deva or the higher beings, or different, gain a different kind of life, or gaining more power to you, become immortal, or kind of like many ways. So that also a kind of like giving us facilities to this, to have this unpleasant growth inside us. Because by the time your bodily, verbally, mentally actions start to develop a current to gain something. So then what will happen, that all other unprofitable things going to follow you. So one is the karma or the sensual desires. Another one is the bhava or the existence. And the third one called the avidya or the ignorance. So those are the things that giving you this unpleasant growth inside you, and as a result of that, you overtake the outside world. So then you become like a spider. The build up the web. But those are the things push you from inside. And vimukti means, the liberation means you are capable to get out of that three cankers. unpleasant growth. So once you have that, what will happen? You know it is not happen in you. So that also another wisdom you gain. So you are as example. So when you are eating, when you feel full, you're not going to eat anymore. So if you keep eating, what will happen? You feel uncomfortable. So then when you're full, that understanding is kind of like a wisdom for you to say, oh, this is enough for me. Then you know that. So anymore, then you not look for food. Anymore, you have no desire to eat. That will keep you away from unnecessary problems. So like then, once you have this experience, that once you know that inside you, you don't have this unpleasant growth, that itself make you liberate, itself make you free, itself make you transform from this level to more higher level. Because in this level that we are conditioned by what we feel, what we understand from our thoughts. So that's why we go with our desires and not just only go with that. We have pre-planned for that. So our life based with that. All the future plans means related to our passion. So just imagine once you get out of that, how much freedom you gain mentally. And the bhava, it's the existence. And deeply, most of our spiritual practice, not free. Most of our spiritual practice came out of the fear because we have deeper intention regarding the manifestation or the creation or the becoming. We have deeper desire. And as a result of that, our spiritual practice becomes stronger. Not it come from very pre-mind. Not it come from very compassion path. So that's why it become unpleasant growth to ourselves. That's mean to the world. So look at the world day by day, how the world happen and where it keep going. And the avijja, the ignorance, and that ignorance deeply. We claim today that our deeper ignorance as the wisdom, not the free from ignorance. And sometimes when we are kind of like ignorance, now it has a kind of like a huge social validation for that. And a lot of people accept it as a kind of like a reward. So, but yourself, you have to understand, when we do things to gain social validation, others' attention, others' opinion, and it will help just to maintain the day, but end of the day, you're going to be with you. And that day, this thing's not going to work for you. So that's why For any reason, for anything, don't find the path to be ignorance. Don't find that. Even somebody come and tell, I'm going to give you $1 million. Can you be an idiot? Don't take that path. Because sometimes, when it comes to actors, these movies, dramas, look, some people get a very funny, character. And then there are some, people act and then they try to give some kind of wisdom and transform the society, through the laugh. It's different. It's deeply based in the wisdom. But there are some characters. It's really, they have to act like a real idiot. They have no chance for wisdom. And there are some people willing to be like that. So then by the time what happened? They act like that, then by the time their life going to end, become like that. So that's why, for any cost, get the wisdom path. It doesn't matter, whatever it costs. Find the wisdom path. Choose that character. Choose that part of the life. It's work for you. So that way you know yourself, what is happening in you. So for this all, there are many other methods, but one of the major important thing is sharpening your awareness. Practicing mindfulness, sharpening your awareness. When you do that way, it deeply bring the thrust. So that is what it's finally, there's a wisdom come to you, you know this. So that is where the thrust come with your moment of awareness. And then there's no fear. And then when there's no fear, you don't misunderstand, misinterpret your experience. So in another way, you get into the clarity. So that way, your life itself going to become more comfortable for you, and it's going to become more comfortable for others. And it is just not only the comfort, because our purpose is not to find a comfort zone. This whole practice will help you to, because our life already in this discomfort platform. So in the very beginning, we have to get out of that and make a kind of like a very comfortable platform for ourselves. And from that point, we have to move forward to build up our creativity, build up our newness within ourselves, and transform from that comfort zone to wisdom. Because that, without that comfort zone, we can't. From the discomfort, you can't directly go to the wisdom, but the discomfort will help you to find your comfort zone. That's how it works. Greatly disturbed people very easily liberate. When you have the very comfort zone, you're not going to sometimes hold it. So that's why discomfort is not bad. Discomfort will help you to gain the comfort and not to stuck there. It will, then you are capable to transform. So our final goal is gaining the total liberation, gaining the wisdom from our mind, deeply within ourselves, with our thoughts, this unpleasant growth that keep happening in us. And at the same time, developing the wisdom and apply it to our bodily, verbally, mentally actions, and deal with the society without getting attached or without stuck with that things. So in that way, your moment of experience, itself going to become complete, accurate, and at the same time, you are not holding it, you are liberate from the moment. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit ourselves now. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line and be comfortable with your posture. Scan head to toes yourself and say Suapat Veva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. And when it happens through the sensation, recognize it, do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata chamihi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya dhammanu dhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammam pujemi sangham pujemi Attaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadi maranam ha paribunjisami Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vaham hutu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.